Crazy video today, guys. One of my most requested videos ever, and I forgot to react to it. This is Trump shooter had 3 overseas encrypted accounts, says congressman. So a lot of crazy stuff coming out about the Trump shooting. This happened about a week ago, about 10 days ago, but new information is coming out all the time. So I have pretty much the most up-to-date information on this video. So yeah, this one's gonna be wild, man. Drop a comment down below. Check out my other videos as well. You know, I have a Tom McDonald video, the song called You Missed. Or yeah, You Missed, amazing video. And obviously the reaction to the Trump shooting as well, guys. Go check those videos out, they're crazy, man. And let's get this one, guys.
More questions this morning over the security failures that allowed Thomas Crooks to get a direct shot at former President Trump on Saturday. Sources tell Fox News that Butler Township police flagged the Secret Service over a lack of manpower near the building that Crooks scaled and shot from. A New York Post headline says, quote, Trump rally shooter Thomas Crooks tracked ex-president's appearances for months.
And apparently he had like a drone that was flying overhead. He had a rangefinder on his gun so he could like check the range. And of course I got the range really badly wrong in my last video. I said it was about 400 yards. It's only about 141 yards, guys. 140 yards is nothing, bro. Like everyone was saying on the internet, you know, their son, their 14-year-old, 12-year-old son could easily make that shot. A very easy shot, guys. Very small distance, about 1.5 football fields. So very easy to make that shot. I don't know how the Secret Service overlooked this little shed that could have been easily managed and easily, you know, put some security on, guys. Very severe lack of actual, you know, security detail there. But very crazy, guys. Definitely a lot of the police are passing the buck, and then the Secret Service are passing the buck. And then the state police are saying, oh, this is what happened, this is what happened. There's two different people identifying, saying that, oh, the person that killed the shooter was from Water Tower. There's another guy saying that the guy that killed the shooter was on top of the shed, the Secret Service. So a lot of conflicting information here today, guys. Really crazy.
3 people were shot at the rally, 1 fatally. Right now in Pennsylvania, private funeral underway for Corey Comparatore. The volunteer fire chief died while shielding his family in the crowd.
Crazy.
Let's bring in Kara Frederick, former DOD counterterrorism analyst. And Kara, the big question in this investigation is how in the world that rooftop was left uncovered.
How?
In the world of the Secret Service
Crazy.
and presidential campaign events, it is an absolute no-no for an elevated platform with line of sight to where the president is going to be to remain either unblocked or unprotected.
Seems like a bit of a setup, guys. Like, how the hell could they just leave like the one place that was only 140 yards away unmanaged, like unscrutinized by anyone, security or anything? Crazy.
Do you have any theories as to what might have happened?
No, I think we're clearly not getting the full picture here because, as you intimated, this is physical security 101. And the fact that that rooftop was not secured is a massive oversight. So in terms of theorizing on what happened, it is critical for a security plan to have your local law enforcement, to have your state officials, and to have your federal authorities all coordinating. It appears that there was some sort of lapse in coordination here. Yeah. But what I think the bigger question is there are reports that he was surveilling President Trump's movements over the course of months. How do we not know how he was surveilling? Do we? What digital platforms was he using to do it?
That's crazy. He was surveilling his movement for months, but he had 3 overseas encrypted accounts and overseas sort of communication devices with other countries, and apparently the FBI cannot crack into his phone, guys. Still, this is insane, you know.
Every type of sensor that the world is saturated with right now emits what we call a digital exhaust. They should be able to track down his geolocation based off of the digital surveillance platforms he was supposedly using. They should have a pattern of life for this kid. They should have content emanating out of that to paint a more fulsome intelligence picture to get after this guy. The fact that that wasn't done beforehand, and it doesn't appear to be, they don't appear to be exploiting that data, at least accurately, for the public to see now. This is a massive oversight as well.
100%.
You know, an intriguing little development in all of this, according to Congressman Michael Waltz from Florida, in that briefing with the Secret Service and the FBI, members of Congress were told that Crooks had 3 encrypted accounts on overseas platforms.
That's wild.
I don't think the nature of the platforms was described. We don't know if they were financial accounts or if they were social media accounts or some other kind of account. But now there appears to be some sort of international component to all of this.
I absolutely believe it, guys. Someone could have put a hit out on Donald Trump. Someone could have paid the kid. Someone could have done something, to convince the kid to do this type of thing.
Yeah, and I think this is so interesting too, but as something I did for almost 10 years with the government and then with the big tech company, what you do is you can extract data from these platforms. You can figure out, who were these platforms that he was supposed to be using, even if they were encrypted. Who was he talking to?
True.
What are his IP addresses? Can you geolocate him to those physical locations? This is something tech companies can do. Was he using aliases? What are the connections to that network via those platforms? Like you said, we don't know the nature of those encrypted overseas accounts, but there are people who are in the government, even who are outside of the government, who can work to exploit that information that those accounts would convey. So the hearing next week should give us a lot of answers, because this is happening. The public is just not aware of what actually is going on.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't understand, like, this is actually going down, and I actually missed this for about 7 days. I didn't even know that Fox had a report on this one, so a lot of people are not watching this news, right?
All right, so we've got hearings next week, but a bigger question in all of this is, given the security failures and how these erupted, and the fact that we know almost nothing about Crooks and what his motivations might have been.
Yeah, like, there's no information. Like, he had no social media accounts. Apparently, he didn't post to any social media platform ever. Like, insane stuff,
Does there need to be in the wake of the Kennedy assassination, the Warren Commission was struck. Now, a lot of that was political cover for Lyndon Johnson, but do we need to have something of that level to look into this?
I think we should, guys. And the Warren Commission actually messed it up so badly they had to do a Warren Commission 2. So God knows, man,
Oh, I completely agree with that. Yes, Congress has oversight capabilities. And you look at the senators trying to track down the head of Secret Service as she's walking away from them. That is a reverse of how this is supposed to work, right? Our senators and our representatives, they represent the American people, and the heads of those federal agencies, they work for us. They work for us. She should not be evading those questions.
True.
There's a measure of transparency here that the American people are owed, because I'll tell you what, John, this does not pass the smell test. The fact that a 20-year-old would not have a heavy social media presence or minimal presence at all.
Facts, guys. Everyone, it's so odd that a 20-year-old would not have massive social media presence. Even if you're not even big on social media, I know people that are not on social media at all. They all have accounts. They all have, like, some posts from back in the day. Like, you can track stuff very, very easily on the internet, guys. It's unbelievable. It's beggars belief how people don't understand how this guy definitely is involved in some other way. There's definitely some way.
Would not have a heavy social media presence or minimal presence at all, and that in the face of that, he would have better operational security than the seasoned Al-Qaeda operatives that I tracked down over the course of years. Doesn't pass the smell test. The American people deserve answers. Let's give it to them, Congress.
And if one 20-year-old
100% agree.
Kid can breach security as this one did, imagine if it was actually, if we've heard that Iran wanted to take the president out. If they sent an actual trained team, God knows what would have happened that day.
Yeah, true, guys. It's like the incompetence is unbelievable that they left the door super wide open for other countries to intervene. If some 20-year-old kid with a rifle could do this, what happens if there's actual, attacks from other countries that actually want to attack President Trump or Joe Biden or someone like that? It's crazy.
Kara, great to talk to you. Thank you so much.
But yeah, guys, this is a comment that someone left. He said he was in a BlackRock commercial. He had 3 overseas accounts, surveilled Trump's movements, used a drone to scout the area, had ample time to set up a ladder and climb up in an unmanned roof with a perfect line of sight, had a burner phone, no social media, had a transmitter with explosives in his car, Secret Service protection, was switched out and apparently not even fully made up of Secret Service, and who knows what else. It doesn't pass the smell test. It just reeks. I agree, guys. It's too shady, guys. Hopefully in the coming months, guys, we'll get a full breakdown of what actually happened, hopefully with a Warren Commission type thing. And yeah, we get to know exactly what happened. I love you guys all. Stay free, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.